Gem Customs. So today I've got this beautiful JS, it's an Ibanez, but it's a js100. So I've got the js1200, 2400, and I'm lucky enough today to have this js100. So look, back in the day when we were a lot younger, a group of us used to always get together before we all had grey hair. And one of my best mates, Greg Scanlon, we used to play guitar a lot together. Taught each other a lot of different things, but as time's gone on, look, his son's now playing guitar. So this is Matthew Scanlon's Ibanez JS100, and what's really special about this guitar, it's completely modified. But what I like about it is you can go and buy one of these guitars off the shelf for a reasonable price, but nowhere to the extremity of a signature series guitar. But the beauty of that is, what Matthew's had done here, he's had basically the neck taken off, sent away and stripped, and all the frets all re-leveled and dressed. He's changed the pickups in the guitar here, but the beautiful thing that I think is the best thing that's been done on this guitar is the different type of bridge it's got. So this is an Ibanez 100, and it's now got a Gotoh Floyd Rose style bridge in it. And I reckon this is one of the best tremolo units you can buy for a guitar of this era, right? With the floating tremolo units. I've just done a guitar string change on this one. It sounds absolutely amazing. It's got those really good rock tones that I like when you just roll the volume up just a little bit. It's really such a great tone now that these pickups are being changed. So this is now a Dimarzio Evolution, and this front neck pickup is now a Dimarzio PAF Pro. And the two together just have such a beautiful tone. Like, you listen to this here. Such a beautiful guitar, this. I really like it. So thanks, Matthew, for letting me set this one up for you today, buddy. So that's the beauty of this. You don't have to spend all this money and go out and buy these really expensive guitars, because this one, trust me, I'd take this to any gig and play this one anywhere. I reckon it's just absolutely amazing the way it's all set up and how the tone is and how it sounds. I'm just going to cut back to one of my previous videos. So if you haven't really seen all of them there, just go back, have a bit of a look through. Please just comment or send me an email at intune1200@gmail.com. Ask me any questions and we can try and work out stuff. But one of the big things I want to discuss a little bit today, on one of the parts there, part one, where I was doing the guitar string change on the Steve Vai Ibanez Gem, the 7V, it's got one of these tremolo units in it. So this is called an Edge Pro. Look, sometimes I get my wordings wrong. I might call this a low pro edge. Look, they are different, don't get me wrong here, but predominantly the way the strings change, they're all the same. But what I want to talk about here is, when I was trying to get the guitar strings out, it got a bit stuck, and it took me a little bit just to get it going. And what I said to everyone was, with the strings, so if you just take a guitar string, this is a guitar string, and a dirty one off Matthews. What happens is, when you get a brand new guitar string, it comes with this ring thing on the end, like the ball end, right? And what happens there, the guitar string comes up around this ball end and gets wrapped around, twisted and brought down. With certain guitars and bridges and tremolo units, you need to cut that off. So I basically cut off 25 millimeters, or we call it 1 inch, from the ball end back. So I can't really show you the length of that there because my fingers are too getting in the way, but it's that long, right? And then I just cut that off with a pair of side cutters. And then what happens there is it just gets fed into the bridge and you tighten it up with those screws we discussed earlier. But in the case of what happened to me, with these tremolo units, these bridges, you don't need to cut that off. And that's where I sort of talk about that I reckon it's probably good with guitar strings, you don't have to do that. The tonal difference is very minimal. But what happens is, if you can see the red bit there underneath, see that red along there, it's got a section in there, but that's where the ball end sits. So it comes down in through the top, works its way all the way down, and then eventually finds itself sitting right on the bottom of that. So that's where I was trying to push the string in and get it to sit properly. Then what was happening when I was trying to take the old ones out, the ball end was already sort of popped out of that part, and then it was just getting stuck underneath here and touching on the bottom of the trem unit, and it wouldn't work its way out through the top. So that's one of the little tricky things with these. So look, I like that it's got that on there. Like I said, this is an Edge Pro, beautiful trem. I reckon it's probably one of my favourites. I like those. Sometimes the edges and all that get a little bit too chunky on the back, and where I like to palm mute and play the guitar, it just gets in the way. Where these ones allow you to give a good palm mute and it gets going really good there. So look, I've just finished guitar, and we'll talk about more next time. Enjoy.